Hello and welcome. This is Diana, and you are watching Holistic Vibes. This is for 33s, and this is going to be for Aries. Um, and yeah, you could be like really wanting to like ground your energy as we're birthing into this new phase. It's kind of like the reinventing the what you're pulling into your reality in the 3D. Um, Regret. I know that I cannot change the past. Indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of my life. And here's the thing, right? Is like if you are not operating out of a state of your own discernment, right? Where you understand that you are, in fact, fully aligned with the divine creator, and it's out of your highest timeline, like then there should be no indecision. So and what's going on with your shoulder? That is where regret is living. So just identify it, see it, and it is time for it to release. Set yourself free with wisdom. Robots. I mean, that could be something that you're currently working on, working with, understanding how to integrate them in with nature. You don't. Stop the algorithm. Um, I don't know. I'm talking to somebody who believes that a higher state of conscious awareness is allowing you to be aligned where you are. Oh, that's interesting. It's almost like I'm identifying or seeing somebody who believes that the higher state of consciousness through awareness, through, I don't know. Oh, wow. Sorry, I'm getting a big data dump. It has something to do with the quantum field and you understanding that you are creating your reality. Um, the regret is the where you used to live. And likewise with the indecision. So it's just kind of like you needed to identify what was still holding up in your body and where you needed to release it. So whatever's sitting in the lower to mid back, left side, uh, yeah. Go ahead, take a deep breath. Just allow the energy to leave. It's a kind of like realigning, reactivating your heart-centered consciousness. And it's kind of like also I'm seeing somebody who wants to help the collective be able to enjoy their life, not having to do the menial tasks, the busy work, more gaining higher state of involvement, evolvement, enlightenment. It's kind of like mm, giving the world a large grant so that everybody can then pursue their highest state of enlightenment. And through this conscious awareness, through this like amplification of energy, it's rewriting all the codes of humanity. It's kind of, I mean, this is wild. It's kind of like activating like soul mates, um, harmonic frequencies that are fully aligned with the creation of higher purpose. It's next level selection is what they just said. You could be seeing a lot of 504, which is one day at a time. So it's you literally living in a state of being in reflective mode, being in like alignment within self, understanding that like everything is in fact happening within your favor through the choices and reflections that you are creating in this time. um you could be seeing 5-5 or 5-5-5. Yeah, it's being grateful through your transformation. It's the it's kind of like looking at those other science. I'm talking to somebody who has like a high mind, but it's like other scientists that also had many failures and doubted their work, their life's cause. Um, but it's you had to get through the alignment process. Like you have to get into a state of being where you can. Um, there's a recalibration of fields. They're also bringing up to me like the change of your auric field, and understanding that the electronics are holding a software update that is essentially going to be shifting your brain frequency, your mind, aligning with your, yeah, it's your frequency is what they're saying. It's literally like it's the alignment, understanding soul agreements, and stepping into your truth of divine, your divine temple, and the I am presence, right? Understanding that the I am presence is such an amplification of a guiding light, and that's part of the reason why Saint Germain, and he's coming up very prevalently in the energy as of like 3 weeks ago. Um, it's really stepping into the self mastery, the it's the golden liquid. It's the activating the ability to live on the regenerating cycle, like activating a different aging program. Whatever this breath work is, whatever this like shift in alignment, it's kind of like an activation of like, woo, divine energy. There is some kind of a divine feminine energy that is going to be birthing in like such an amplification. It's kind of like they're showing me like a second wave of generals, right? It's essentially these indigos that are just going to be like next level, tapped into self, tapped into alignment, tapped into ascended master level like consciousness. It's activating out of a completely different way of being, a different light. It's a way of moving within the astral realm. There is going to be, and who knows, maybe this is also something that you have been working on. Because again, the only way that we can teach the kids is if we've self mastered it through our own experiences. Yeah. And if you have regret in the body, specifically like neck, knees, feet, let's go and put it in orange. Yeah, something is shifting. Like whenever your moon, whenever your next full moon is in your sign, um, the moon's going to give you messages. You are actually going to start seeing life from a completely different state of alignment. These numbers are going to be specific for you. Indecision too in the dip of the lower lobe, right where the upper jaw is located at. Let's go ahead and put purple with a hint of red. Let me see. Okay. So ninth house is exploration. It's knowledge, beliefs. Taurus is going to be probably a major portion of that, like how you are cultivating. Um, it's kind of like cultivating like a reactivation of ethics, right? Like what is right, what has been forced on the collective through manipulation, through an agenda, stepping into like what reigns true for you, like what are the ins and outs and the payoffs of that particular process, right? Because it's going to activate like something in Aquarius, something with your collaborations of how your hearth and home are being activated, right? Like whatever is the solar flares, the solar flares are like through the fire right now. And it's like there's an activation, there's a pause, and then there's clarity. And it's like activating through the balance of whatever's taking place in that third house, right? Which is going to be like your ability to communicate. How are you activating this plan through your own creation? Like, how are you shifting your frequency so you are attuning to the part of you that is all action, that is all like, it's action and alignment. It's like this understanding the dichotomy of the balancing between both, and they're just kind of showing me like how the flame is elevated above the it's like a magnetic field. It's through, yeah, through your own like shift in the way that you are communicating your truth, your alignment with spirit, like how God and the divine talk to you. It's as you step into your own truth, your own alignment, you then it's kind of like then what seeks you, what you desire is seeking you, right? It's the perfect alignment. Yeah, whatever's happening with that moon. And I have to be honest and say, I do not know when the next Aries full moon is. Maybe your animals will tell you before. Like they're going to give you your sign, or for you to practice your telepathic abilities, your empowerment, your earnesty of alignment. It's having to be truth. And they're also telling me this too, right? Is it's like you can give every person the opportunity to like raise with you or to make a decision when there was indecision. And at a certain point, you have to kind of step into your self mastery. It's that knowledge. Your truth is your truth. Like how you perceive it to be, it is so, right? And it's like, and through it's through whatever you're doing in regards to, I don't know if it's breath work, if it's alignment, if it's you clearing your chakras, it's fasting, it's breath work, like whatever it is that you are feeding your soul right now, it's literally activating within your counterpart. I don't know. I mean, it's a trip, but it's truth. It's like, it's literally, yeah, I mean, it's you literally stepping into like this next manifestation with clarity, with, proprietorship. It's this inner strength and inner knowing. Mm, that one. I don't know why, but they keep reiterating like there needs to be a complete focus in the presence of you stating into like what you desire, not what you're regretting or like backsliding on. Because what you desire is seeking you. Luck, fragmented, and finances. So when your wishes become fulfilled, it may very well feel like there's too much going on all at once, right? Um, okay, some of you are like super pissed that there's been like a lot of delays, that it almost has felt like it's been difficult to like maneuver around or through. Being in a state of like one love, right? One alignment, like being in a state of gratitude and like, how do I become better within myself instead of the what's not here yet, right? And there's some kind of an alignment that is taking place, specifically with the way that you're thinking. Um, Yeah, whatever breath work you're doing, it's disconnecting, like whatever this next phase is going to be, you're going to be disconnecting fully from the ego. Um, and it's almost to where it too, I mean, this is going to be for a couple of you guys, like you don't have to actually study with someone if you identify and see somebody who is operating in the frequency that you desire to operate in. If you just tune in and identify that individual, you're like gifts essentially attune, adjust, and align with the where you want to be. And so like allow that to be your guiding light. I don't know, it's really weird. It's kind of like there's a shift between this connecting with nature, connecting with animals, like understanding that like there are portions of like all of these facets within self that we have to maneuver, but also understanding like the parts where we want all the bells and whistles and all the next new things, not necessarily looking at like the ripple of what it can cause or what it can become, right? And so like through the alignment of like they're just saying it's like it's a facet of your own choices. Don't allow indecision to impede you. If you choose to take a leap of faith, like take the leap of faith. And here's the thing is it's like enter into every phase is, what do I need to learn now, Lord? What do I need to see? Guide me so that I see what pathways and doors open up in this next phase, right? And allow that to be your shift or your temperament. I don't know. I mean, it's for somebody out there. Whatever's in the lower back, on the left side of the rib cage. Heel. Good. Gifts. We already got that. Anything else that's needed? All right. Prayers are answered, inner truth, and seeing beyond the past. It's kind of like the minute that you really truly realize all the letdowns, you align with the queen. It's kind of like you align with the inner soldier within you. It's like you align with your mirrored soul. I don't know. It's kind of like the light and dark aspects of you also come into divine balance. 23, 7, 12, 47. Whatever's happening on the left pec, lower, inner. Whatever you're doing, you're not doing it regularly, and so it's causing issues there. It's not detached, but it definitely feels like it's like a poking pain. They just said with the indecision, it's like being consciously aware of every choice that you are making as you're proceeding forward. That's like the biggest takeaway out of all of this. It's like using your wise counsel, using your ancestors, your balancing, your steadfast. It's kind of like when you lean into like your groundedness or your reflectiveness. Again, I don't know what's going on in your ninth house with Taurus, but there's something that's like major in your chart that's happening in this year. I don't know. It's for somebody out there. So I would look into that. And again, you will be seeing these repeating numbers. When whatever's coming it's kind of like how they're going to show you you're getting closer to either the transit, the alignment, the peace, the balance, the coming into union. It's the again with that word, what is it? Gravitas? Grandiose. It's like this major alignment. It's like a major shift in the magnetic field when these pairs are going to, wow. When these pairs, these links that are coming truly in, that are no longer leading in regret or indecision of the coulda, woulda, shouldas, and are fully aligned in open channel of source. It's like the magnetic frequencies, like you may notice that all of a sudden your lights turn off, like your phone stops working, your internet cuts out. When I first woke up, like I would blow out light bulbs all the time. Or like lightning sources, that kind of electrical conduits, those sources. And that could be something that you're kind of exploring right now, or like you're experiencing, or you're identifying. So again, they really, really want you to practice regularly whatever you have been putting off, to create that alignment within self, and for you to exercise like whatever has been impeding your throat chakra, like to make it like whatever you've been doing to impede your throat chakra, like they want you to stop, and they want you to continue to open your throat chakra, right? And some of us are going through those cleanses of like the throat like shifting, so I can relate to that one, right? Because my throat's always shifting. You also may be seeing like blue jays. I don't really know where they derive at or around, but you may see birds, like blue birds is what they just keep showing me. Energy. I don't know why they wanted me to get another one. It could also do with a full moon in Capricorn. It says take a reality check. Meditate and contemplate. Pisces. Yeah, so I mean, it's definitely, there is something in regards to you regrounding in your own energy, utilizing the right clearing, and the rebalancing of like your chakras, right? Allowing going through and asking what the percentages are, what areas you need to clean, clear, transmute, and understand what is still blocking within your field. I'm going to leave that there. If something in this resonated with you, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Until next time. And if you would like a reading or a healing, all the information is below. Understand that like everything is destined as it needs to be. And you have to awaken your masculine and feminine energy separately, and then allow them to recombine and open up your two snakes, right? To truly have your kundalini be in full balance, and then working on breath work after the fact, because everything is going to attempt to limit the way that you are recalibrating within your energy, and it's very important for you to overcome the thoughts or the impediments, and stay on a high flying disc, right? Because the last thing you want to do is go through and expand and then retract, and then expand and then retract. And so like allow yourself to take this time to honor the journey that you've been under this far, with your ancestors. So I'm going to leave that there. Hopefully something in this resonated with you. Ciao.